Really, it's about instilling, restoring hope and restoring inspiration in health, because so many people have been defeated over the years, and they've battled it, and they've won, and then they've lost, and then they've gained, and then they've lost, and it becomes so defeating. And so it's really about restoring that hope once again, and restoring the vision, and knowing again that you're empowered by grace to do it. And I heard this morning that the age of people actually accepting their body, and we can just march in place while we're talking so we can keep moving. They were saying, what's the average age that folks feel good about their body? And it was retirement age.
Really?
It's so sad. And they said, because at that point, you're just like, you're done with it. You kind of realize it doesn't matter. I'm focusing on this body. I'm focusing on all these things that didn't matter for all these years. And the thing is, it does to a certain extent, like you said, like it affects us. But when we know God's for us, and really our beauty is through radiating what He's done, it just changes our whole perspective. And so, like I said, it's through this and through graceful health that I have found peace with my own body and with movement and with food for the first time after years of being plagued by those body image issues. So it's being able to share that same grace.
And I say life is more fun when you're fit, and I do think that's true.
Yes, absolutely. And it lines up when you know it. It lines up.
Well, I'm going to keep following Allie and the next little routine, and take it away.
Great. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more functional fitness. So this is the stability. If you need to grab a wall or a chair, now's the time to do so. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to stand firmly on your right leg, our left, and then raising up the left leg and just bringing that knee up to about hip distance. And then we're going to inhale, preparing, keeping that firm belly, keeping the hips in line. On an exhale, we're going to press through the heel, straightening that leg out. Inhaling center, exhaling out, inhaling center. Great job. 2 more, and then we're going to switch directions. This takes a lot of balance. It's working the core. Now we're going to exhale out to the side. Inhaling center, bringing that knee back up. Exhaling to the side, focusing on your fruit. Embracing any instability, knowing it's building strength. 1 more, and then we're going to switch directions again. You're doing great. Okay, now pressing back through the heel.
A little tougher.
It is.
Hold
this
on
is
to that
my
side
toughest
chair.
one.
I'm pretending.
You might see me fall over even.
Is that back leg straight? Or
That back leg is working on pressing out and being straight. If you need to hit the floor with the foot, that's fine.
Yeah, you could tap in between
Yes.
for a little like a beginner.
1 more, and we can feel that ankle working, that whole stabilizing leg. Great job. Okay, now coming back to center, and then we'll stretch a bit, stepping back with the foot, your left, into righteous position. So the back toes are at a little bit of an angle from the front of the room. And arms
And I
come
like your mat, the one that I'm using that Allie brought me, has angles on it. So that's a
It
good
does.
for a beginner.
Yes, it's a beginner mat, so you can see where the feet need to go. And so front toes directly towards the front. We're going to come into righteous position. So arms up, shoulders down, exhaling, hinging from the hips over that front leg. We want one plane with the body, gazing up towards those upper bright fingers. So we're twisting from the belly. Now a common misalignment is to come forward out of the plane of the body so that the torso comes forward. We want to keep the torso back over that front leg, and if we need to lift up higher in order to keep that integrity, let's do that. We're building strength from what we can do today and making sure that that's safe movement forward. Big breath into the belly and out. Good. Coming all the way back up. We're going to hinge forward and step forward and switch sides. So if you'd like to roll out your ankles a little bit, we worked those. Other side. So audience participants out there, you're doing great. Standing on your left foot, raising up the right foot to the knee about hip height. And again, keeping that integrity of the hips. You can place your hands on your hip bone so that one doesn't go up above the other as you're moving. On an exhale, pressing through that heel, inhaling forward, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. 1 more, and then we're going to change to the side, exhaling, shoulders away from the ears.
This
inhaling,
side is so much harder for me.
Exhaling, well, because we've done the other side. Definitely makes a difference. And naturally, we've got one side that's a little bit easier than the other as well.
Again, if you need to, you could tap in between.
Yes, last one. And now we're going to switch to the back. So exhaling, pressing back through that heel, hinging the weight over the front of the body. Inhaling center, exhaling back, inhaling, and exhaling, inhaling. Last one. Good. Now bringing the knee up, and then we'll just step straight back into righteous position. So again, the back toes are angled towards the front of the mat, front toes directly facing the front, hands to the hips, and on an exhale, we're going to hinge over the hip, long torso, bringing the fingertips up. So we have 5 lines of activity here. We're pressing into the feet, we're lengthening from the base of the spine through to the crown of the head, and then we're also lengthening between those 2 fingertips. 5 lines of activity. Just kind of like life, we've got it pulling us in a million different directions, but as we shift our gaze toward heaven, seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness, all those other worries and concerns are taken care of. You're doing great. Big breath in and out. Good. Slowly coming all the way back up. Shifting the hips to the front, stepping forward, and we can round through that standing ankle especially again.